All right, in the next hour, more votes will be cast for House Speaker as Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy and his allies are trying to work out a deal with GOP lawmakers opposing his speakership. We are tracking that potential rules change this morning that could make a difference today. We're getting now to Joe Khalil right now on the Hill, standing by with the congressman who is backing McCarthy. Joe?
Yeah, Natasha, we've been reporting all morning that it seems like Leader McCarthy and his allies feel there has been some progress made. There were some meetings last night, potentially made more concessions. So joined now by Congressman Pat Fallon from Texas. Congressman, thank you so much for being with us today. I want to start there. So as far as you know, more concessions to this group of 20 or so that haven't supported Kevin McCarthy. What are the chances you think that is going to be successful in bringing some people around?
Well, I'm an internal optimist, so I do hope that will occur. I talked to leadership last night. They said they had made some progress, and then reading reports this morning as well. So we're going to learn more, obviously, in the next few hours. But, we shouldn't even be here. I'm a firm believer that we should caucus, and when you caucus, the person that is nominated for Speaker wins. That way you cut out the entire other party. This is a very dangerous game that can backfire. In the state of Pennsylvania, the Republican majority just elected a Democratic Speaker because clearly they didn't have their act together as a majority. In Texas, we suffered through this for 10 years when we had a Speaker elected with 11 Republicans and 65 Democrats in a House that had a majority Republicans. So on that principle alone, I'm very infuriated and frustrated that we're at this point.
I know a lot of members share those same sentiments. I want to ask you first about some of these concessions you're hearing about that Leader McCarthy has potentially made. Nothing on paper yet, but in layman's terms, as far as you can, what is going to happen in order to potentially secure some of those votes?
Sure, and we'll make it digestible.
Yeah.
All right, so there's something called a call on the chair, which is essentially a no confidence vote. And that used to take a majority of the the ruling party. But now it only takes 5, because that was a major change in concession, one of which I didn't mind at all. And now they want to go to any one member can do a no confidence vote, call for one, and then you have the vote.
And that would be a vote. You could remove the Speaker of the House. Just one vote would make everybody come in and vote on that.
Correct. And the difference between 5 and 1 is absolutely immaterial. And to fall on your sword is just semantics and theater, really, because think about this. There are 212, there are going to be 213 Democrats. 5 Republicans voting with all 213 Democrats is 218. That's a majority that would remove the Speaker. So reducing that number from 5 to 1 is semantics because we already have 20 people that are opposing McCarthy now.
Yeah. Congressman, I just want to ask you before we let you go, how do you think this all ends? What is the path out of this?
The good news is it will end. The bad news is we don't know when. So really it's about a dirty word in D.C., compromise. And not compromising your principles, but, we have a lot of good conservatives here that are finagling and splitting hairs over very minutia. Take yes for an answer, because if you don't trust Kevin McCarthy, there's a process to remove him. So I think he's going to be a man of his word. We need to govern with bold conservative values. That's what the American people elected us and brought us here to do, and I think that's what we'll do going forward.
And we're already out of time, but very quickly, does this end with McCarthy being Speaker or someone else?
Right now, I think if it ends today or soon, it will. If it goes on for weeks and weeks, it's anybody's guess.
All right. Congressman Pat Fallon, thank you so much again for joining us. Natasha, will send it back over to you.
Appreciate it. Joe Khalil live for us in D.C. Thank you so much. Well,
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.